Your first thought is, okay, should we even be here? And is this even safe?
It's the question Shelby and Alyssa asked as they drove into the Bull Creek parking lot.
It's evident that there's every single car here had their window broken at some point.
Littered among the gravel, mounds of glass where cars had their windows broken, items stolen, and the owners left to deal with the mess.
We've lived here, 10 years now, and it's been something that's more and more recurring.
You know not to come with things, not to come with valuables, but sometimes they don't know, they don't care. They just break it to see what's inside.
The scene's so bad at Bull Creek that just minutes after getting there, Shelby and Alyssa decided it was safer to leave rather than risk losing a window. But these break-ins aren't a new problem, and some are now taking security into their own hands.
The biggest thing probably was my frustration with just seeing it happen so often.
James Baumgartner has had his car broken into at least 3 times and seen it happen to dozens of others along Bull Creek. He eventually decided to do something about it.
It'd be pretty easy just to set up a camera there, for the day, for the weekend, and see if I could get lucky and get some evidence there.
And it wouldn't take him long. On July 12th, the very first weekend he set up a hidden camera, he would catch this. A man removing a truck's window before diving inside. Just a minute later, he'd hop into a getaway car and drive off. James said the victim had a wallet with around $1,500 inside.
In a weird way, it is kind of impressive how, quickly they get in and out.
Catching this sort of crime wasn't something that citizens used to have to do on their own. From 2022 to 2025, surveillance cameras were used in 15 trails and parks across Austin, which were considered high crime, including Bull Creek and St. Edwards. Many of these areas saw a decrease in burglaries, but when it came time to extend the contract, it was pulled from the city council agenda after privacy concerns, leaving people like James to use their own cameras.
In a case like this where, we have license plates, we have multiple videos of the incident, we got the victim, to me, it seems kind of like a layup.
But James says submitting that evidence to Austin police has been easier said than done. He claims to have reached out to officers with the area command staff and auto theft unit with the video, offering to use it as evidence. He showed Fox 7 the first emails he sent on July 12th and 13th. He would send a follow-up 10 days later, but says he's heard nothing.
Still haven't gotten a response, really. Just getting to the point where you can get that evidence to somebody has been a lot more difficult than I feel it should be.
While APD may have not responded, the community has. James posted the video online and has been met with overwhelming support.
95% of the crowd was, hey, what can we do to stop these people? There was some guy who was like, I live near there, I can fly a drone over every weekend. And I was like, okay, clearly, the community's frustrated with how this is going.